Hi, I'm Patty Atkins, and I want to talk to you today about correcting your W-4 form. If you're getting a tax return every year, that means you are overpaying your taxes. Wouldn't you like to have more in each paycheck instead of waiting until the following year to get a refund? Well, I'm going to teach you today how you can correct that. So we're going to go to the irs.gov website. As you can see, I have just Googled IRS W-4 Estimator. This is a great new app that they created for the year 2020, and I will show you how to use it. You always want to make sure you're actually going to the irs.gov website. Tax Withholding Estimator. If you read in this blue box right here, it tells you what you'll need before you start. You need your recent pay stubs along with your spouse's, other sources of income you may have your income tax return handy, and remember that all of the amounts in the estimator are whole dollar amounts. So let's get started. And I'm going to use the example of Susie. This is a made-up person. We're going to say Susie is single with 2 children, and she has 1 job, and she makes $52,000 a year. These are totally made up numbers, made up person, but it's just to show you how that this app works. Now, when Susie got her job, she went to the payroll department and they asked her, how many people are in your family? And she said, I have 3 people in my family. And they said, okay, so you should choose 3 allowances on your W-4. That's not the way to fill out a W-4 form, and I will show you why. So let's start filling out Susie's information. And of course, if this was you would use your information. It's very simple questions. What filing status will you use for your tax return? Susie is single. Can someone else claim you as a dependent? No. Do you plan to claim dependents on your tax return? Yes. And we'll have to move the screen down. And then it is just a drop-down box where Susie chooses 2 because she has 2 children. Now this says, do you have a job that collects federal income tax regularly? Yes. How many jobs do you expect to hold this year? We're going to keep the math very easy and just say 1 job. Will you receive income from a pension? No. And then it says other sources of income. Like I said, this is just an example, so we are going to say that she does not have any of these sources of income. But when you are filling them out yourself, you can come over and click on the little question mark, and it will explain each one of these sentences to you, so you can make sure if this applies in your situation. So she is not over 65 and she is not blind, so we're going to hit next. And now we're in the second section about income and withholding. Does she expect to have her job all year? Yes. How frequently is she paid? Weekly. Now remember, on this page, I'm just using examples. You will use your actual pay statement to fill this information out for you. So her pay period ended April 10th because of when I'm doing this video. And her total wages she expects to receive this year is $52,000. She is not receiving any bonuses. And her last pay statement for year-to-date federal income tax withheld is $4,200. And she had $300 withheld on her latest check. And then it says, did you contribute to a retirement plan? Did you or will you contribute to an HSA or tax credit account? For my example, for Susie, we're going to say no to both of these, but you definitely want to put that information in there because it will affect your withholding. But for Susie, the answers are no, and we're going next. Now we're on to adjustments. We're going to look at the adjustments, but for Susie, all of these are going to be 0. So we're not going to put any money in there, but you definitely want to go through these adjustments for yourself. And if you have a question, just click on the little question mark and it will give you information that you need. We click next. You can do itemized deductions or standard deductions. For this example, we're just going to do standard deductions and we're going to get the results. This right here shows that the expected tax withholding for Susie will be $15,300. Her obligation is only $3,558. That is an overpayment of taxes of $11,742. So, does Susie want to wait until next year to get this money? Or would she like to increase her paycheck every week? I think I know what Susie wants to do. Susie wants to get more money every pay period. So it says right here, happy with the results? You don't need to do anything. But if you want to adjust the results, you can grab this slider and move it. And Susie has decided she wants a $600 refund. So down here, it says if you only want a $600 refund, this is what you need to do with your W-4. By the way, the IRS has created a downloaded pre-filled W-4 form. Right here, this magic button, click it, and they've already put the numbers in there that Susie needs to turn into her payroll department. So Susie would fill out this top information with her name, address, she's single, but everything else down here, the number is already filled out for her. She would sign it and turn it into her payroll department. And then Susie would get an increased paycheck every month till the end of the year. Now, how often can you adjust your W-4? You can adjust it once a year, twice a year, 5 times a year. It doesn't matter, as often as you want to. Why would you adjust your W-4? This reduces the amount of taxes that are coming out of your paycheck. Taxes are important. We pay for the government, we pay locally for fire department, police, emergency services, pave the roads. All of those things are important, but why would you overpay your taxes? So I hope this video was very helpful, teaching you how to correct your W-4 form. Now that you have that extra money at each paycheck, you can think of a strategy to help invest for your and your family's future. While we're talking about strategies, have you thought about business ownership? Did you know that employees pay higher taxes than business owners? Employees pay about 30% of taxes, and business owners only pay about 15% because of all the tax perks that they get from the IRS. I'm a financial coach, and I help people make business strategies that are specific to their own situation. And I can help you whether you want to pay off debt, increase your credit score, or invest for the long term. Contact me through my socials, and we can get to work. This is Patty Atkins, and thanks for watching.